The starter calls the horses. It is post time for the 8th. The Trotters in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate and upstairs for the call. Here's Vance Cameron.
Whole nother suicide shift along for the ride. Libero, 15 top of the stretch. Now approaching a start. And a staggered start gets him underway in here. Libero is leaving out. Suicide Shift is second, along for the ride third. Whole Nother on the rail fourth, followed by the trailer. That is 15. They arrive at the 8th, and Barrio is the leader. Aboard Libero, they're on the El Ferranto tonight. Clear by 3. Second at the rail, that's Suicide Shift. Racing up into third. Along for the ride. Whole Nother goes fourth. Trailing the field, that is 15. They're on by the opening quarter, and they were there in 29 and a 1/5. Libero is the trotter on the lead. Racing from second is Suicide Shift. Along for the ride in mid-back third. Fourth up the rail is Whole Nother. 15 is the trailer. Down the stretch they come. They arrive at the opening half mile next. Positions are unchanged. And the midway point leader is Libero. Suicide Shift getting the 2-hole ride. Then in third, along for the ride, Whole Nother fourth. 15 fifth, 60 seconds flat for an opening half mile. Down to 3/8 left to go. It's Libero by 2. Suicide Shift is second. Here comes Along for the Ride. Underway in the outside third. Whole Nother will follow out fourth. 15 continuing to trail. They're arriving at 3/4, and Libero's still there. Now up to challenge on the outside. Along for the Ride. The 3/4 up in 1:29 and 4. 29 and 4 in the third split. 1/8 of a mile left to trot. Libero clings to the lead. Along for the ride on the outside. Whole Nother is coming third. 15 on the far outside. Deep stretch. Now here's the line. Along for the ride for Amber Campbell. Our brother Brody right alongside with Whole Nother. Gonna need a show picture. Time for the mile in 1:59.2.
All right, the Universal Media slow-mo. The Trotters in action here tonight in Summerside. Along for the ride, and Amber Campbell, they make that first up move down the backstretch. Brody follows his sister with Whole Nother, and they land 1-2 on the line here, Peter, in the 8th.
This is awesome, Lee. A sister and a brother battling it out to the wire. Barry goes first, 29, 1 minute. Amber comes first over with Along for the Ride. Brody was tracking with Whole Nother, and they battle down the lane. Amber in the middle, Along for the Ride. Brody storming with Whole Nother. They get there on land on the wire together, and it's the sister over the brother. In the end, Amber gets there with Along for the Ride. Nice win at Red Shore Summerside in race number 8.
Well, Peter, I know you're on the McPhee family tree. Do you suppose Alex was at home watching the grandchildren battle it out here at Summerside on Governor's Plate Week? Oh, and it's girl power here in the 8th race, along for the ride. Going to the Woodmere Standard Bred's Winners Circle, Trotting Bay Mare 4 by Merchandiser. Off the Angus Hall Dam Jewel Air, a homebred of Ambrose labeled of Morel, trained by Brian McPhee. Amber Campbell is in the driver's seat to guide her to a new race win record tonight of 1:59 and 2. Along for the ride in the 8th.